All right, Chad and I are really excited to show you guys this 1969 Chevelle, absolute monster of a car. 700 horsepower on pump gas, runs a quarter mile in 10 seconds, yet it's 100% street legal and streetable. Extremely quality.
It's awesome. I even noticed the reverse lights work when you back this thing in here. So the guy, I talked to the previous owner, and what he said was this car was completely inspected, just ready to go.
By NSRA, they did a safety inspection certificate. But the restoration recently completed as a 10-year frame off. Previous owner estimated that he probably spent about $125,000 on the restoration. But everything was done well.
Yeah. If you look at the undercarriage on this car, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. I mean, this car was, like Dalton said, put together absolutely gorgeously.
Before we pop the hood, I will give you a little
preview.
A little sneak peek on what you're going to look at. This is
575 foot-pounds of torque at 700 horsepower at 6,400 RPM. Ran 10.7 at 127.5 in the quarter. So pretty cool. And he did say the only time, I mean, since he had this built, he made 4 passes with the car.
Yep, two times.
Yep, that was it. If you look down the sides of this car, it's absolutely laser straight. You can tell the paint was done a few years ago. So it's got a couple little chips in the fit and finish when it was fit. But all in all, guys, this car is fantastic. Do you want to go ahead and just fire this up? Just 1 second here while we got the hood open. So 700 horsepower, but it starts so easily, idles beautifully. Big, huge monster carburetor on there. What is it, 1,000, 1,050 or something like that?
Yeah, 1,050. What it is, it's 454 block. They sent it out to ATM Racing in St. Louis, Missouri. Built it to a 498. And it's well documented too, everything that they did and put in this motor.
Look at the quality of the paint on the inner fenders. You really got to see this car in person. Hood hinges, bottom of the hood. I mean, the car was just done so professionally. Polished aluminum radiator, nice tranny cooler up front.
It's a sweet car.
Power steering, disc brakes in the front. Didn't go with the power brakes. I'm guessing probably because of the cam in the engine, but it stops fine. It's got the front disc on it.
The grille and bumper, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's just flawless up there, isn't it? As we go up and down the front edge of the hood, we got a really nice gap front to back. Now, this car is going to be a little more expensive than your typical 69 Super Sport just because of the 700 horse and the way this thing was built as far as the drivetrain. So many of our customers, they love the look, but man, they want all that power right at their fingertips.
Exactly.
And this car, guys, if you've been watching our YouTube video, you've been watching our website for a long time, and you want that power, it's here. Put it this way, I'm scared to put it all to the ground. I tried it a couple times and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I haven't ridden this yet, so when we do this video, I'll be pretty excited to see how she goes.
All the chrome, all the emblems, marker lights, everything's brand new. It's got I usually don't leave the 15-inch rallies on these cars. I usually put torque thrust or something, but the rallies just fit this car so well and it just looks great.
It looks bone stock.
It does. The back of the hood fits really good here. Here's what I was talking about. It's just got a couple little chips that have been touched up. There's one right there. Bottom of the door, fender. I mean, it's just perfect.
And I love this color red. It's a little different. It's more like strawberry red.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's not a bright torch red or anything. Again, as we look up and down the sides, very nice straight car. I love the way they did the dual exhaust. Sounds great, looks great. Looks like they did all new lenses and chrome along the back edge as well. Fits really good on the trunk lid area here. The back glass, got the tinted black glass, that's original. All new chrome along here, even in the window felts and stuff when they did that, they replaced that. He did not replace the door handles, so the door handles have a few little marks on them, but those are original. Another thing that we didn't talk about is the previous owner told me it's original miles on the car, and you can just kind of tell about the way the door's shut and how everything is in this car. It's a 77,000 mile car before the restoration. So it wasn't a car they pulled out of a boneyard and did, you know, and there's always a difference when you start with a solid low mileage car. Corner of the door is perfect. Door jamb paint done just as nice as the rest of the car. Black bucket seat, straddle bucket seat interior, full console. It's got the seat belts in the back, the factory GM ones. They've been updated for the shoulder harnesses in the front. Headliner's nice. Now, it does have, obviously, your factory Super Sport wheel. It's got tilt wheel, which is very nice. And it's got all the factory gauges, tacking gauges. But with all the modifications, the electronic ignition, you know, just as much money as, I can't imagine how much money he's got in that motor. So he went ahead and went with all the aftermarket gauges, excuse me, an accurate tachometer. So everything works down there. Console's in great shape as well.
It's always cool when you have a car with this much horsepower, but they also finished it so well cosmetically. You know, like we talked about, so many times when they spend all that money on getting horsepower, they neglect, you know, the rest of the car and making it, you know, show quality.
That's why I bought this car. It just has it all. Most people run out of freaking money when they spend the money on the floors, you know what I mean, the undercarriage, when they do all of that, even on the show quality stuff, they spend all that money and they don't have the 20, 30 grand to spend on the drivetrain.
And so, a lot of times it's time too. You know, they just get sick of, you know, waiting for it to get done. Yeah,
they just want to throw something in there quick and, you know, it was their dream build, but they give up on their dream just to get it done. Here's another little tiny paint chip right here. It's a little scratch that's been touched up and right along this edge of this door here too. A couple little spots. Other than that, guys, other than those little spots, this car is 100% show quality. Even the fit and finish on the door here is really good.
I'm just itching to take this thing down the road.
I'm a little nervous. Seats are in excellent shape. We do have and these are original seats. I just noticed this. If you look here, you got just a little tiny spot right here that's been repaired and a little one here. But original seats, you guys.
Rear end. We're gonna buckle up for this one. I usually don't buckle up, but
I'm not gonna get crazy either. I promise. Don't trust the old man.
I should.
Let's roll the windows up. It's kind of nice. It's a nice fall day, so we can roll the windows up and not die of heat.
Here, hold this one so I got my winders.
Our temperature gauge, guys, is at 140 right now, and we're running 75 pounds of oil pressure at 140. Trans temp isn't up yet. It's idling right at 1,000. Gas gauge just under a quarter. As far as the factory gauges here, and we can look into them, but I just know for a fact that a lot of those gauges, you know, as far as the tack and stuff's not going to work with that electronic ignition. Wipers are working, gauge clustered nice and clean. Tilt wheel, which is also nice. And it does have a, as far as our rear end goes, what they say, 35 spline, is a 9-inch quick change.
Yeah, I think so. We have all that information too that we can put on the website.
Yeah,
but moral of the story is everything, you know, was built enough to withstand the horsepower.
Like that in the transmission, we'll get all that information out to you as well. But as far as our brakes go, they stop perfect. We got a really nice straight alignment on this car,
and a good pedal too. I noticed that when I was moving it around.
And the thing with power brakes, I mean, you can put with a cam like this and stuff, you can go ahead and put that extra vacuum canister and stuff. But for one, it kind of makes a lot of noise, and for two, you know, it works kind of half-assed sometimes. You know, sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly.
Those black marks, lousy black marks all the way. It just felt like we were skating. I've never been in a car this fast.
I don't want to get out.
Well, I should say my Hellcat. It's about the same kind of power as the
crazy.
Hellcat. Yeah, let's do it one more time, just because it's
just for
freaking super fun. That's motorcycle stuff. The whole way to 80 mile an hour. It's lifting, isn't it?
Yeah. That's amazing.
We're going to fill this baby up with some gas, put some 91, 93 in it. Here's our brakes, guys. So go fast, stop fast, you're fine. Wow.
Man, this thing's...
Reverse valve body though. So whoever buys this car, reverse valve body.
So it's, yeah.
First, second, third, that way you can shift it all the way down.
Man, this is what this car's meant to do, you know, so we're not doing anything that the car isn't built to do. Exactly.
This car's ready to go, guys. We're going to park it in the showroom. The next person that squeals a tire will be you.
Unless I sneak in on a Saturday. No. Just kidding, but sweet car, guys. Check it out on the website, coyoteclassics.com. Give us a shout.